and shit.
Fucking light. Fucking douche nozzles.
You should have a red light.
It's just like it's like clockwork. They're like, all right, oh yeah, 10 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, let the fuckery be, and it's just like they just fucking go. Welcome everybody to In the Hangar with Hornet Fixers. There, I cut you off now.
No, that's okay. You're the producer. You're the producer. That's what you do.
I thought it was a very interesting title: the good, the bad, the ugly, the midterms.
Oh yeah, it's the midterms. A lot of a lot of things didn't. Well, and I'm gonna we're speak about, of course, the whole nation and everything, but a lot of it down here in Florida with me. We dodged a bullet, a big bullets.
Indeed.
First off, welcome everybody. I'm trying to get it to work here. I'm still trying to get my chat room going. There it goes. Okay, finally. So I'd say everybody listening, everybody in the chat room, hello. Welcome to In the Hangar with Hornet Fixer, the midterms, the good, the bad, the ugly, of course. We got real quick in the chat room, Douglas down here in Florida with me. Smile Money, the redhead still loves you. David, Tactical Wingnut, Joey, the Butt Pirate Cuz, and Mark, what a dickhead piece. He sent me a video on today, and said I was test driving a new Mini. I'm going to get even for that, Mark. You don't want to know what the gear shift was.
I can guess.
It was big and pink. But anyway, down here in Florida, we stayed red with DeSantis winning governor and Scott winning one of the Senate seats over Nelson. Now Nelson, of course, will not give in, and he's demanding a recount. Which, by Florida law, if it's less than 0.5%, they have to do that, and it is less than 0.5%. So. But I'm confident that Scott will win it and everything. And Gillum, he called and did the whole, I give up speech, so there's no recount there, which that was just over 0.5%. So, yeah, we dodged a big one. But all the amendments, there was 13 amendments to the Florida Constitution, all but one passed. And I'm like, okay, none of these amendments were worth a fuck. There was only one I voted for, and that was to increase the homestead exemption for homeowners, like $25,000. I voted for that one. That was the only one I wanted. All the rest of them, there was so much other bullshit attached to them that nobody would take the time to not just look at the ballot and listen to the commercials instead of going to Florida Gov or wherever it was and reading the whole thing for themselves. They just went, oh, yeah, that sounds good. That's what we want. We don't want that anymore. Like, they're getting rid of Greyhound racing. Well, Greyhound racing has been, dying off in Florida forever, so what the hell does it matter? The tracks here in Jacksonville, there's more at the poker room than there is betting on the horse races or the dog races. So, it was stupid to me. But, again, that's the sheep. Red and blue and independent, they're just sheep. They don't fucking do their own research. They don't fucking pay attention to what's going on. They just check a box. Just like, and again, that's on all sides of the aisle. I'm not just picking on libtards on that one. There's too many motherfuckers moving down here and bringing all their liberal values, and then of course it corrupts our government also down here. So as far as 2020 goes, I'm worried about Florida. I really am. So I saw Maine elected some winners.
Yeah, we have some. Janet Mills won. That's like putting Loretta Lynch in office. I mean, not a whole lot difference there. Angus King, the guy who nobody knows who the hell he is,
Right.
the guy who just stands there and stares. He's the former governor of Maine. The guy, I mean, he's supposed to be an independent, but I mean, if you look at him, there's like 3 Democratic strings sticking out of his asshole. They just pull those, you know. He does exactly. He votes along their party lines. Yeah, I was hoping for Sean Moody, but we didn't get him. We ended up with Janet Mills. I mean, and you talk about close. 310,000 to 271,000. That was close.
Yeah, was it the one with with Governor Scott and Senator Nelson? That was 86,000 votes
Man.
in a vote battle that took 7 million votes. But and now we could ask Eric how Minnesota did, but I don't think he wants to talk about it right now. Because I got a whole Sunday chat just on Minnesota's election.
See, here's the bottom line. In all of the years that I've been voting here, I'm not sure if anybody I have ever voted for has won. At least this go round, we got Jim Stauber.
Well, and it's a start. And one thing that I was watching, and oh my God, Fox News was the only thing I did turn on CNN just for a minute to see what the hell they were doing, and but CNN I flipped it over just after the 9 o'clock hour, right before I went to bed, and when they started calling the Georgia governor's race that Stacey Abrams was going to lose, the first thing out of Juan Williams' mouth was it was because of race. He threw the race card at 9 o'clock before the fucking votes. Not even half, or just over half the votes have been counted, and she's not conceding, and she's calling for investigations and everything else, and she got her ass handed to her. It wasn't as close as everybody thought it was going to be. At least not as close to some of these other races that was.
Pete Stauber, not Jim Stauber. The Staubers are all related. I actually used to work with Jim Stauber. It's a great family. It's nice that at least, yeah. I'm sorry. We're in a state where I'm in a city. I'm in an area where people constantly bitch that we always go backwards, and I'm just like, you have the power to change that. But do you think it happens? Nope. You know, like for instance, like with both me and Christine, both being part of unions. I mean, they're the biggest bunch of fucking idiots that I've ever run into. I remember one of the last union meetings that I ever went to, and they're going, "You got to vote for Obama. You got to vote for Obama. He's the only." It's like, really? I said, you haven't gotten anything. As a matter of fact, all you people know how to do is throw votes out a window. But
right.
no,
I understand and I agree.
And like we were talking before the show, I haven't been able to prove it one way or the other. And in case of the Muslim woman that is going to be the first Muslim woman to be in Congress, there's rumors out there that she. Either way, it couldn't be more proven that Minnesota is a shithole libtard clusterfuck, and last night unfortunately proved it. But if you look at the map, there is an awful lot of red. But the problem is the populous areas like Minneapolis and St. Paul,
Rochester.
They have enough people to overcome the population of the rest of the state.
And I did see that. As a matter of fact, one of the news shows was pointing that out this afternoon, that Minnesota actually did. There was more red votes in Minnesota in the midterms than there was for the presidential election.
Oh yeah. I mean, the vote definitely, Democrat or Republican, the vote count was definitely out there. In our polling place, they said that just before we got there, it was standing room only, and the line went out the door.
See, I got lucky. As soon as I got off work, hauled ass straight down 103rd Street, all the way down to almost to 17, and got to my polling place about 5 minutes before that parking lot just filled up and they were out the door. So I got in and out in like 10 minutes. So I got lucky. But yeah, it was like at 6 o'clock last night, not far from one of the polling stations, not far from where I live, up actually on my way to work. They had a line. It was like a school. And they had a line that wrapped around the school, went back out into the parking lot, and then started to wrap around the parking lot at 6 o'clock at night. So yeah, they turned out to vote in way big millions here. So
Yeah, because when my dad went to vote in the morning, because he's retired, he says even in the morning there was a line, and he goes, in all the years that has voted in the past, he goes, this was the first time in a long time that he could remember there for himself standing in line waiting to vote.
you know how I told you that they called Scott the winner here for our senator? I'm looking at something on our local news here. It says it's 50-50. Scott has 4,081,000. Nelson has 4,051,000. So that's why they're going to do a recount. So hopefully this Scott holds on and keeps it, because that's another plus seat in the Senate, which we'll get to that in a minute.
Can you imagine if my state ever had to count those things? My state was like, and she came in with a whopping 194,000 votes.
Right. Well, we are a wee bit bigger than you are.
Yeah, could you imagine if these idiots had to count?
I got one city with more people in it than you do.
You got one city with more people in it than my whole state.
That's what I'm saying. But if you guys think about this, yes, the Dems took the House. Okay, that's fine. They took the House. Again, the House is going to look like a bunch of even bigger raving idiots for the next 2 years. Maxine Waters in charge of finance, Schiff in charge of intelligence, Pelosi is fucking speaker, and all this other shit. Well, Adam Schiff is, he leaked classified intel. So, there's all these tens of thousands of sealed indictments that, are out there. We just don't know who they're sealed, so nobody knows who they're on. So, wouldn't it be funny if the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee gets an indictment for classified information?
I'd love it. Know that for sure.
And then you get Maxine Waters indicted on fraud, and she's in charge of finances. Yeah,
I'll take it.
silly. So now think about this: we picked up, we're what, +5 in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about this. They're counting Flake's seat as a Republican seat that the Republican got, but he really wasn't a Republican. He was moderate to Democrat.
Yeah,
he was on that. So if you think about it, and there was another one. I think it was what other state was it? No, I can't remember. It might have been Arizona. Oh no, that was Arizona. What was the other one? I can't remember now.
I can't believe that Martha McSally, that race is so close they haven't even been able to call it yet. She should have, in that state. Honestly, that blows my mind that in that state that she just didn't walk away with that, and now it's either undecided, and if that doesn't go for a recount, I will be shocked.
Well, they might do a runoff too. I don't know if that state does that though. But anyway, if you think about it, the Senate is what controls what? They control the judiciary stuff, the Supreme Court justice nominations, all the stuff that it has to get, if it has to get through, it has to get through the Senate. So if you think about that, look what they did to Kavanaugh. Now they don't even need the Democrats. Every Democrat could vote no, and they still have more than enough votes to pass anything they want in the Senate. The Senate is what does all the majority of the judiciary stuff. That's key, and that's important. Because Ruth Bader Ginsburg is what, 86? The next guy's 80. Clarence Thomas is 70. That makes my mouth water just thinking about that.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope Ruth is taking care of herself.
Dude, you know, they got her on so many drugs and on so much life support. They don't want her to croak at all. And she's about to drop. She has to be. But that's my thing. That's to me, and cabinet appointments. Finally, 2 years into his presidency, he's going to get his cabinet positions. Finally, get them all filled. I mean, how fucking just unimaginable is that?
Well, it's all that working together stuff.
Well, yeah. And here's the thing: Trump is Twitter is Trump's fucking. It's his laser pointer, and the Democrats are cats. I swear to God, motherfucker. Well, congrats to Pelosi for winning the House. She, and in all seriousness, she really does deserve it because he knows they're just going to make a complete fucking mockery of our judicial of our political system. And they're going to go after him with all this stuff. And then what did he say? The very last line of his here, I got it right here on the Q post. The very last line was, "Two can play at that game." So yeah.
Well, I truly hope that she gets that spot again. She is like gold.
Oh, she will.
She's like gold for the Republican Party.
Well, she's gold for a lot of things, yeah. But
do you think we would be having the conversation that we're having right now about the true Republican wins that took place all over the country, governors and in the Senate last night, if they wouldn't have pulled that shit on Kavanaugh?
So, no, say that again.
If Nancy Pelosi would have never attacked Brett Kavanaugh, do you think the results of last night would have been as decent as they were for the Republicans?
Well, Pelosi didn't attack him. Feinstein did.
That's right.
Just to clarify.
But it's still Democrats if they would have
right. The Dems, yeah, the Dems, and no, a lot. I got to be honest. I think a lot that brought out a lot more into the midterms because they saw that the Dems were willing to do anything and fake anything. I read a lot of stories of, especially up in Ohio. There was one. A woman was a pollster, and she was taking people's things and looking through the sheets for the names, and she recognized her neighbor, his name, who died 2 years prior to that, was still on the active roster, and somebody had claimed him as a vote. That just tells you that people are out there fucking, voter fraud's just rampant in this country. Period.
Well, it was Samantha last night that pointed out. She's like, "How come we didn't have to show ID?"
See, in Florida, you do.
We could have had 5 people standing in line, and if you could have looked over and saw the polling lady's book, you could have just picked a name that hadn't shown up yet, and you could have voted for them.
Right.
Easily.
Was not the case with me.
Yeah. Christine disappeared from the paperwork and had to re-register.
I love that shit.
Christine, are you hot?
I'm dying.
Jesus Christ, it's like 13 degrees in the house.
I know it isn't. It's 63.
Jesus, you wouldn't like it here. Then I got it at 77.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell her. It's like if I try to raise the temperature of the house above 55 degrees, someone has a tizzy fit. It's just like, hey, at least I don't have to worry about my ice melting in my glass.
Right. Well, now when the weather gets cooler here, I will shut the air conditioning off and open the windows.
Sex change in or be reincarnated as a woman and come back and have a hot flash, then talk to me. Until then, quiet.
I'm pretty sure we never have to worry about me having a sex change.
Well, that's not what I meant initially.
Well, number one,
Well,
if he
so you're going
if he
to
ever
the house?
did, he'd be in the bathroom at least 18 hours of the day.
He'd be in the bathroom playing playing the shit out of it. I'm done. He'd be playing the piano, boy. Let me tell you.
I would have the cleanest tits of any.
Right.
I'm just telling you.
You can see him talking to Shelby. Now I know why you're so into this.
And he'd get real slim and limber too, so he could get down there
He'd
lower.
be like, I gotta get down to 145. Why? So I can take care of all the things I gotta do.
You gotta have a couple ribs removed.
Okay,
So
Erica.
I can bend further.
All right, Erica.
Erica, Douglas. Oh my God! So hey, in the chat room, what do you guys? Let's hear what you guys got to say. If you want, go ahead and type it up in there and let us know what your thoughts of it, or if you're agreeing or disagreeing or whatever. But I don't think it was a blue wave. I don't think it was a red tsunami. But I think that it worked out pretty well for the GOP, especially in the Senate with the Senate. Like I said, that is a bigger deal than a lot of people are giving it credit for.
Oh yeah.
Well, who's gonna give the credit? Juan Williams?
Well, no. I saw a lot of people going, "Well, fuck the GOP. They couldn't keep the House," and I'm like, "Wow, you fucking fair weather motherfuckers, dude. This is a long haul thing here. You got to play you got to play the end game, and two." You gotta know the players and how to play them.
Well, yeah,
See,
and just because the Democrats have more seats in the House right now doesn't mean you win everything.
Right. Just because they got the House doesn't mean it's over.
That's right.
No, I think just like what we were talking about, and you had commented on, as far as the bigger picture, I think the benefits of what happened last night way lean in the positives for the Republican Party if they do it right.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna kick you, John. Stop making fun of me.
I was trying to help.
You got a door right behind you. All you gotta do is crack it. It's what, 13 degrees outside? Ray, did you know that November 7th is actually the red line on the anniversary of Red October? Now, what are the odds of that? For any of you that know Q, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Wasn't it Sam that pointed that out too about wondering how many people were going to be manipulated into voting for? What was it on that ballot? That was the other party, legal.
Oh, it said Republican, Republican or GOP, Democrat, which is the family. They put on there something like family farmer whatever to make it sound good for the Democrats, and then we actually had the marijuana something party. You know, it was just like, gee, I wonder how many people switched gears from who they were gonna vote for going, hey, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's vote for that marijuana guy.
Okay.
I wonder what that's all about. Let's get the marijuana pot. Yeah, let's do that.
Ryan, this is ridiculous. Come on, Shelby, you guys are pee.
Hey, see you later. Say hi to Santa Claus.
Just for that, you're not getting a Christmas present. I'm telling him to take you off the list.
She's like, it's okay. I'll take Frosty up north for you. Don't worry.
When you want to go outside to enjoy the cold, take it with you.
I am. I'm I'm trying to take the dog with me too.
Oh, and by the way, when you do come to Florida, don't bring that cold shit with you.
I heard that.
Yeah, it's not even warm in the house as it is.
Well, that's obvious.
See,
You're wrapped
now
up in a freaking
everybody's-
Wookiee.
Everybody's now sending me shit. Hey. Leave the Wookiee alone.
Eric wants that Wookiee right now. He's like, I'll take the Wookiee. Hell
Yeah,
yeah, I
the
wanna
Wookiee,
rip-
actually, I watched the Wookiee the other day, and it's starting to shed, so I might have to get rid of it.
They hooked me up with a Wookiee.
Yeah, that's why it's shedding. Right.
No, that's Tilly's Wookiee, not Daddy's. Tilly took that the minute she got in the house. But no, everybody's sending me stuff. Jolson's listening. Well, Jolson's listening to the show. Thank you, Jolson. And now somebody's messaging me. What the fuck?
He wants to email you snow.
No. Yeah, I like Snow on Facebook from Florida.
It was
Yes, Mark just sent me. Democrats just elected a woman whose IQ is lower than a salamander, a man who preys on underage prostitutes, an anti-Semitic American hater who married her brother, and an anti-Semitic racist who beats women. 2 of those are in Minnesota.
Well, according to Jerry, and like I said, I couldn't verify it, that the Attorney General that not we, libtards, not me, voted in, supposedly lost his law license and doesn't even have a license.
No, he did. He that's been a fact for it all. And he actually, there are police reports of him abusing and beating the shit out of his girlfriend. And she's like, when the whole Kavanaugh stuff was going on, I know I showed this and said it on my Sunday chat, is that she was like, why the fuck isn't anybody listening to me? I got proof. And now all the Kavanaugh accusers have officially said, no, we made it up. Now they are being investigated for lying to the fucking to Congress.
There you go. That's what we need to
So
see. We need to start
I
seeing
hope
that
they
shit.
burn the fuck out of them. Now, did y'all say? And just to get off the elections, well, actually, it kind of does do with the midterms because Trump gave his little press conference today around lunch, and of course, CNN's Jim Acosta made an ass out of himself, and Trump shut him the fuck down. Guess what? I just saw a story that the Secret Service pulled his press credentials
There you go.
because he put his hands on the White House staffer that was trying to get the microphone away from him, and he put his hands on her and pushed her away.
Hmm.
So, yeah, he put hands on a woman, and yet Trump's the bad guy. Because he knew he only had one question. Trump answered his question and shut him down, and then he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then his other buddy that Trump called him fucking, he says, you're not much better than Acosta is.
All the media is an arm of the Democrat Party.
Well, yes.
The weak-minded are easily manipulated, and that's kind of a problem.
Well, and the fucking idiotic freebie mentality. I'm still in shock that people are really believing this freebie mentality. It's all going to be free. You vote for me, it's free. No, nothing ever comes free. Nobody ever gets it. They vote them in, and nobody ever gets it. I mean, they had control. Obama had control of the House, the Senate, the freaking White House. Everything was supposed to be free for all those people. Did anybody get anything? Some Obama phones, maybe, or whatever. They didn't do a fucking thing when they were in charge. They didn't do anything. So it's not like.
Oh, no, we all know that. And real quick in the chat room, I want to say hi to Stalker Steve. Eric, keep your hands off the staff.
Yeah. That means
Yeah.
he's talking about staff as in, like, get your hands up from underneath your coat and let go of the tiny mini staff.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny that comment coming from Stalker Steve. You know, the kind of shit that he sends me all day long. I'm wondering what staff he's talking about.
I think he was talking about Christine. She's staff. I want to say hi to Jolson. He's not just listening; he's actually in the chat room now. Poco Loco, he said, "Buy my hookers." I have no idea, but okay. Actually, I want to give a big shout out to Poco Loco. He's working diligently on HornetFixer.com. We are getting it, and if I ever get off my lazy ass, and I have to make a phone call about this envelope, somehow, some way, it looks like my 401k from one of my other companies, they just lost fucking $20,000 out of it. So, just like they transferred funds, and I'm like, to where and who? So, I gotta fucking try to get a hold of these assholes that I haven't worked for in 10 years. So,
I believe all that money went to Stalker Steve because he bought a few more tools for his lathe.
yeah, is that what it is? But, yeah, it's and I want to say, just like I said, and oh, there's the butt pirate. He's finally talking up again. But no, back to HornetFixer.com. We're going to have it hopefully, but before the end of the month, we'll have it all set up. We'll have a little goodie store on there, and for Hornet Fixer shit. So stay tuned. We'll let you guys know here and on YouTube and all social media.
Like what you got to do is you got to fulfill those really special needs, like take a pile of plastic shit and put Swiss cheese holes in it, and you can call it holy shit. And they can actually They can go to Hornet Fixer and get holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit! More like T-shirts. That's what we're going to be looking at there. I don't think we have the. Well, you never know if there's enough interest, or we might look into doing something else. But we're going to crawl before we walk. So
I vote for the blow up dead hooker in the closet.
All right, don't do that when I'm taking it.
And I tell you, Jelson's absolutely right. If for any reason you can add a black eye to the Republican Party, other than what Trump has pulled off, the Republican Party in a whole have really done shit for the last 2 years.
The only thing they did for 2 years was pass his tax cuts. Trump, all the rest of it, all the job creations and all that is all Trump. That's all him shutting down all the fucking regulations and all the Washington bullshit that stops growth in America. That just and that's just trying to make somebody rich and not make the country better. Just make an individual rich who usually is a politician. So I agree 100% with that statement, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had several people say that. People that aren't even real political. It's like, I'm actually going to be voting with a clothespin on my nose because I will be voting for the lesser of two evils. They haven't done shit. I mean, other than what we got in taxes. And I'm like, yeah, you can basically point your finger at Trump for everything that's really gone down.
No, and that's the 100% truth. Now, you're going to see Trump. Trump's not going to stop working. Just because he doesn't have the House, he's not going to stop. Trust me. From what I saw of this man for the last 2 years, that sumbitch works harder than pretty much all of us.
Oh,
that's listening.
I don't think he sleeps.
He's from the minute he wakes up to the minute he goes to sleep, that sumbitch is on the job. So I'm okay with him talking shit and tweeting and all this other crap. He could lay off the orange fucking tanning solution a little bit because he looked orange as fuck at that press conference this afternoon. But oh my god! But yeah, and I'll leave it for him. And Poco Loco, HornetFixer.com may or may not have tactical dildos for sale. We cannot confirm nor deny that. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
But if you are interested in a tactical dildo, you can get the Mini Cooper shifter adapter.
Yes, you saw that too, did you? Fucking Mark.
Oh my god.
And there's a question in there for you about your basket stuff.
Have you started your basket? Yeah, and after Friday's show, I got a lot of texts and a lot of PMs and DMs about, hey, here's a basket class for you. I'm like, and all these basket spin.
It was on the
things.
front of my face. It was on the front of my Facebook page. I've got all this stuff about Justin's final mission
after Friday night.
But then all of a sudden, there's a spinning guy on a freaking
Waiting for
basket.
sale on your website.
Yeah.
Again, Scott.
Welcome to the chat room.
I really
Scott.
have no idea who Scott is, but if we ever get together and the invite is only going out for 6 son of a bitches that I agree with, you know you got a ticket.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know who Scott is. Do the tactical dildo. Okay, here we go.
Accessories.
Yeah, Picatinny rails for accessories. Yeah, whatever floats your boat there, buddy.
Tactical dildo with a Picatinny rail and a flashlight.
Oh, Santa caught the poor elf basket spinning. Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I shouldn't have said nothing.
Puts the lotion in the basket.
It puts the lotion in its. Was it the one I put up there? I'm like straight out of Compton. I'm straight out of lotion.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, your skin. It's winter. Your skin looks a little dry. I think I got some lotion in the back.
It also has a full-length Geiger rod. See, this is what I constantly say. You know, John always wants to know, who the guest or what the topic is. It really doesn't matter. The topic will be the chat room. That is, if you think of something creative in a promo, just my show for Friday is the chat room.
Okay.
Okay, so Joey Cuz. Oh God, here comes the butt pirate. Tactical dildos with a 400 lumen light so you can see in the dark with an optional green laser. I think he's thought about this way too hard while he's shifting his.
I don't think he's thought about it way too hard. I think he's just reading the box of the one he got.
That might be that's probably the shifter in his Grand Am.
Yeah, there you go.
Smart car.
It's smart car.
That's his smart dildo.
Damn sure ain't that DeLorean he's building. I saw 3-4 issue fucking videos on that motherfucker. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It may come out cool as hell, but
That's a long time.
I can guarantee you. Now, even if I have to just, not to get over dramatic, let's just say that.
But you're
The
going
real
to.
Cobra Burnout and Joey Cuz, both, they could easily sell those two cars and buy a real vintage DeLorean easily.
Oh my God. Joey's typing slower than old people fuck.
Joey, just so you know, that was so 15 minutes ago.
What the ever loving hell, Jolson?
Oh, good. He figured out that he can send shit my way too, Jolson.
Oh, did he send you that one?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Let me see that.
Douglas wants to know if the basket's
It's a gun that shoots dildos.
Douglas wants to know if the baskets on your website are used or new.
Oh my God, this would have come in handy when I was
Both.
in Cube City.
Christine wants a dildo gun.
No, I said this would have came in handy if I was working in Cube City.
So, no, hold on. Why would you look at a dildo gun and say this would have come in handy? See, there's you saying that stuff again, and you expect me just to walk away. You open the door, you put a neon sign in there, and you're like, don't make fun of me. Don't. How do you expect me to just let that go?
Because
All right, I have a few
work
questions.
with a lot of pricks.
I have to answer some questions in the chat room real quick. One, holy crap, my battery's about to die. Douglas, that's because everybody's sending me shit. Douglas is asking, are the baskets used or new? Well, it depends on how much you want to pay. And Pogologo says it'll have a backup 220-volt plug in it. Okay. Jeez. Oh, my God. And then Scott, as important news flash, Kevin DeLone in California has issued a press release stating he is launching an investigation into the ghost dodos offered on HornetFixer.com.
They don't have serial numbers on them.
Now, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Stalker Steve. Back to the topic at hand. Did you watch the witch's speech? Everything she said the Dems are going to do, the Republicans are already doing. What? The reps are already? I don't understand. I kind of understand it. I'm not sure.
Everything she said the Democrats are going to do, the Republicans are already doing.
That's not what I got from her speech, but okay. If we're talking about the same witch, I'm not sure. If we're talking about Pelosi, she said that we all, we all have to have unity and work as a country for the best of the country. And then like a half a breath later said that they're going to go after Trump. They're going to take back and make this country what it should be. They're going to and they're going to impeach Trump and get rid of the GOP and overtake them in 2020 and get power all over again. So I'm like, oh, wow, there goes that unity thing.
Well, yeah, unity is indiscriminately burning down businesses. Have a mob run down the street comprised of kids that you take out of school.
Right. Oh, by the way, did everybody see all the conservatives, all the libertarians, all the people that didn't vote blue out in the streets, burning down cities and smashing Starbucks? And oh, that's right, we all had to go to work this morning.
That's right. Yep.
So yeah. So hey, just goes to show you who's the real Americans and who's not. So
indeed.
Miss Bomey said she wanted to. Okay, we're back to the dildo gun.
See?
I did say it. Nobody listened because everybody was talking. So I didn't.
No, what
Miss
they heard.
Bomey
What
said,
they heard you say. I want one of these.
So
I said I want one if I would have worked still in Cube City because I worked with some dicks. That was the stupid joke of the day.
So you wanted to shoot a dick with a dick.
Well, just in case they didn't know that they were one, here's your clue. Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
Who just shot me in the head with a dick? Christine's over there waving her hand. You know what that means? What? You're a dick head. Dick head. Get it? Get it? Get it?
Yep.
Can see it now. And she would laugh her ass off because that'd be so funny.
Oh, it would be.
I just took a dick to the eye.
You gave somebody a black eye. That began to explain how'd you get that black eye. You see.
That's the surgery that Stalker Steve just recently had a dick.
Can you imagine that one? Where'd you get the black eye? Christine hit me in the eye with her dick.
Yeah. Explain that one.
Christine, I think we really ought to have a conversation. No, over there.
And then my supervisor would be like, we need to talk.
She says, let me get my coat and keep it wrapped around your waist. Thank you.
And good one.
You're up, Christine.
I don't know what else to say.
He left you in charge. You're supposed to talk.
I don't know why I'm in charge.
Jim left you in charge. You're supposed to talk. He said Christine's in charge, and he left you in charge, and all you did was talk about peepees. I mean, I'm confused.
Well, we could go back to talking about politics at hand, which I want to say that I found it very, very interesting that there was a really high turnout of voters this year.
Of what? Of what?
A high turnout.
Of what?
Voters.
Of
Voters.
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 I was gonna say
Borders.
I could have filled in some useful time as opposed to talking about penises and Cute City. Well, Jim was gone, but Douglas, just so you know, Mr. Holster did put an audio file up on his Patreon account. He is back home. His all of his fighting his cancer has been on his right side, and that has evidently turned into not so good of a battle. And now a whole bunch of stuff, like the same stuff, is cropped up on his left side. They removed a bunch of lymph nodes. They removed the tumor, and he is home. And he's hoping to have a video up. He probably won't have a shooting video up for a little while because, you know, as is, he had to take care of his horses, which means he had to move like a 1,500 pound bale of hay, but he used the Bobcat. But
he wasn't supposed to really use
yeah, he really wasn't supposed to, but you know, he's Mr. Holster, so he did anyway. But I guess the moral to the story right now is please keep Scott, Mr. Holster, in all of our prayers. And I'm so sick of the C word. So, Mr. Holster, if you're listening, we are all pulling for you. So.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of
Yes,
that,
very much so.
And thanks for
11 tickets.
Let's say, and thanks for sending me the picture from the hospital with the Ritz crackers on your nipples. Thank you. That was great.
At 11 tickets left on Snowflake Melter, and we're done. And then we can get that money off the jewels.
Now, the Snowflake Melter that everybody is playing for is the TriStar 20-gauge shotgun, a soft case for a Scarab, and John, you are going to custom make them one call of their choice.
No, three.
Three.
They
Hey,
get a duck call, a goose call, and a turkey call.
Duck call, goose call, and a turkey call, all custom made for the winner.
Yep.
And 100% of these proceeds are going straight to Jules as wife.
I want to say hi to Pete Scalziti in the chat room. He's from Texas. They got Beto out of there, and thank God they fucking beat that sumbitch.
Yeah, some of you states know how to do this shit. Up here,
Well, that was a close race too. That shouldn't have been that close, but it was. But yeah. Oh, and here before we get too late in the evening, here's the winner of the entire midterm election. The Bunny Ranch owner, Dennis Hoff, who actually passed away earlier this year, beat the Democratic contender in Tuesday's Nevada 36th Assembly District. A dead guy beat the Democrat.
Love it.
the smarter person won.
So yeah, I didn't know if everybody knew that. I just found that highly just hilarious. Plus and also Pete down in Texas, the former SEAL. Oh God, what was it? Let me see. Let me find his name real quick. Dan Crenshaw won. Though that Saturday Night Live made fun of because he lost his eye in an IED attack in Afghanistan, and then went back and did 2 more tours with one eye. So yeah, he won.
Saturday Night Live made fun of him.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh, that was all over my Facebook and all over my feeds. And Q even said something about that. Yeah, they made fun of him. And now one thing you guys have to take from this: everybody Obama went out and stumped for, and Oprah went out and stumped for, lost.
Yeah.
Everybody Trump went out and called up, won. The only one that didn't win was Morrissey for Trump. I don't think anybody thought Morrissey was really going to beat Manchin everywhere. Anyway, after he voted for SCOTUS for the Supreme Court Kavanaugh. So.
Yeah, didn't Trump make a comment about that today? Basically pointing, calling out the people that he offered to come out and stump for, and they said that they weren't interested in his help, and they all lost.
Mm-hmm. Everyone that said, I don't want you to help me, lost. Bigger than shit. But, again, I think it's fucking hilariously funny that, that's what happened. Now, as far as the next 2 years go, you can guarantee shit is not going to get done. Trump will bust his ass to get shit done, but we're going to see that the Dems are nothing but resist and obstruct and try to impeach him for what? Nothing. They got nothing to impeach him on, but yet they're going to make up some shit. And if the FBI cleared Flynn of any Russia collusion, then they're not going to find nothing on Trump because Flynn was the first one they went after for it when he was part of Trump's campaign. So
the whole thing is McCarthy is a witch hunt.
Well, yeah. But my thing now is I can't wait for Mueller. Mueller said he's going to release his findings after midterms. I don't know if he was thinking that they were going to win the Senate and the House, or what was going to happen. But no, I want to hear what he's got to say. I want it to come out. I want him to say yes or no. That's all there needs to be. And if it's yes, then he needs to file charges. I don't think he's got it. There's nothing there. They don't call him Teflon Don for nothing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to go away because it's what's stopping and it's keeping the nation divided. It just is. Well, and if they weren't trying to keep it so divided, I wouldn't be on my Sunday chats. I wouldn't be calling them libtards. Oh, I might still be calling them libtards, but I wouldn't be going after them so fucking hard. I guarantee you. Everybody does stupid shit. Both sides, up, down, left, right, doesn't matter. Everybody does stupid shit. I talk about all the dumb shit people do on Sundays, but since the Democrats want to put their foot in their mouth all the fucking time, well, that's what I talk about.
Works for me.
So, John, do you make deer or beer calls?
Well, I can do a beer call if you'd like a beer call. It doesn't sound as cool as a deer call. It just sounds a lot like psh.
Trust me, I have a beer call, and the last time I rang it, she shouted from upstairs, "Don't make me come down there and shove that bell up your ass."
Oh my God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
These guys are telling me in the chat room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pete goes, I think it was the horny fixer Sunday chats that put Florida in the red column. Thanks, Pete. I don't think my head's not that big. And then, of course, Poco Loco is a Teflon Don it to Hornet Fixer Dawn of Lotion. Oh my God.
Dawn of Lotion. That's pretty good.
Oh my God. How does one call beer? Come here, beer. I don't, Eric. How does one call beer? You're the B&E Brew Review guy.
I don't know.
Probably guys. Hey guys.
Guys. Yeah.
Guys.
El Tenda puts it. Guys. Listen, if I tell you, I'd have to. Hey, that's my line, Jolson. Don't be stealing my shit. Listen to her. We started talking about politics again. She got all things. Here, hey, Christine.
But she's all happy.
No.
She's all happy when she's talking about guns
No.
that fire peepees. I mean, you see, look, she's smiling right now. She's like, I want to talk about guns that fire peepees. That's what I want.
John.
So for the last 5 minutes of the show, we're going to talk about shitters.
No, I was just listening to everything that you had to say, and funny enough, because I don't comment on your Sunday chats, that doesn't mean that I don't.
Chance.
My Sunday chants. Sunday, 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 Sunday,
Welcome to-
Sunday, Sunday,
Welcome to the
Sunday,
Aloha
Sunday.
Snack Bar. Nam yoho regekyo.
Because
I do watch
you
that,
know,
but
this.
you don't
If I
comment.
remember, this Sunday it's going to be like when I open up. Hey, all Horner Fixer here. It's Sunday, 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 Sunday.
And then you'll have to comment on that chat.
Yeah, and then you got to comment on that one.
Then I'll have to comment on that one.
If I remember, I don't know. I was really drunk at the time.
Jolson wants to
It's
remind everybody
Friday
that
nights.
Christine loves shitters.
Yeah. So, what? No, I was going to say something. Now, what the fuck was it? Oh, I can't remember now.
No,
That sucks. I
wasn't
hate that.
just being quiet for being quiet. I was just listening to what everybody had to
Oh.
say.
Well, and
I was
they
just
said,
always curious of everybody's opinion. That's all.
but the whole dodo shooting guns. You know where they shoot, right?
Where? What?
In the bush. In the bush. Yeah. Speaking of which, who the fuck was it on my Sunday chat video? When I went to the new calendar girl, she's got a big old bush.
Mexican.
She's got a big old bush, and I didn't say nothing on the video because I wanted to see who would comment first about it. And I think it was Scott Mowry. I want to say it was Scott that said he just typed in the bush, in the bush, in the bush. It's just freaking. And then somebody else went, I can't watch the rest of your video. I'm just looking at the bush. So,
Stalker
So I'm
Steve, you got to add another number in there. You picked 23 twice.
you pick,
Sorry.
way to go, Steve.
I don't mean to pick on Steve, but this whole random number generating thing is just a challenge for Steve.
So apparently Sunday lotion. What? Sunday lotion is a thing. Okay. Oh shit. I gotta click this. Bath and Body Works cozy Sunday morning soft chamomile and I don't even know what.
Yeah, that's a new one.
So cozy Sunday mornings is a thing.
Yeah, it's Bath and Body Works.
Oh.
What? Who
It's-
goes in there?
They have different lotions that they put out during different times of the year, and I think that's a new one.
Well, isn't
you
Bath
go
and
in
Body
there?
Works and what? So isn't like Bath and Body Works, Baby Gap, and fucking something else like the Axis of Evil for men?
Yes.
Yes.
For me, it is.
Do you notice how quickly Eric answered that question? Yes.
God, I used to hate going in. My ex-wife used to drag my ass in here all the fuck. I'm
Oh,
like,
I love
I
it.
don't want to be in here. There's nothing in here for me.
Oh shit, no shit. I'm standing trying to be invisible, and Chris is busy going through the shelves, and the girl comes over to me. Is there fuck off? What? Oh, sorry. What was that? I'm just kidding. No, I'm with somebody. Yeah, you can just leave me alone. And by the
That's
way,
why I'm here on my
by the way,
phone.
it stinks in here.
And Hornet Fixer's not buying that lotion, so he can't put it on his skin.
The Bath and Body Works basket collection.
The basket. The spinning basket collection. And if you go to the Hornet Fixer video, you look down the About box, you can send it to P.O. Box. If you send it to me, I'll show it. You'll get your own What's in a Fucking Box video. Yes, the P.O. Box is down in the About box on the videos, guys.
Oh, and Smile Money, yes, random numbers are hard to rig, but not impossible.
But not impossible. Mexican cock, Russian cock. Eric is going to use Jolson's cock and some what?
What?
Because Jolson had commented a while back that he's saying that his cock's not Mexican.
No, he's been very, he's been kind of almost irritated. That
All right.
cock has been associated with being Mexican.
Just so
That's
everybody knows, there is one number left. It's Snowflake Milter. One number.
Wow,
And
that
it
went
is-
quick.
And it is 28. Big thank you to Stalker Steve.
Thank
One
you, Stock
number-
Steve.
One number left, people. It is 28, and it is closed.
Hey,
After
we
that.
do have an update on the shirts for Ed, by the way.
I got a. I want to say
They're
I
on
got
their
a,
way. I got a thing.
yeah, I got a tracking number.
Yep.
What do you mean? Like how many were sold?
No, I got a tracking of it's on its way to me. Hold on, I'll check my email here real quick.
Probably take a little bit longer because I ordered 14 of them.
Here, I got it right here. It's not been shipped yet, but they have the number for it. I have my tracking number, but it just says it's created and awaiting the item. So that was on the 5th. So they're printing them as we speak.
I wonder how many the total is that they're going to be printing. Just curious.
We might
Probably-
have to see if
probably
we
quite
can
a
get a hold
few.
of them. Yeah, I'd like to get a hold of them and ask them that.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
I'm not
nice.
sure if this is the final tally, but I guess it was right around the 85 shirts sold.
Well, that's awesome.
And if that's the case, that translates into over somewhere
Well,
around $1,200 going to Jules.
Oh, I love that. I love hearing that. That's awesome. Sold out, sold out, sold out. Snowflake Melter is sold out. Sold
All right,
out.
Snowflake Motors out. We go to do the drawing Friday, maybe?
Shit, we could do it now.
No, not now.
No, you can't do it now. 'Cause then every time we have to do something on the fly like that, then it always looks like
Yeah, because I don't want to be on here. I'm already over my time limit, and Jim gets
Well,
cranky
that's-
when he doesn't go to bed on time.
that's okay, Jim. You can be over your time limit.
Well, I know I can go over my time, but my body says, "Hey, asshole, time to go to bed."
Well, then we might as well give it away on Friday.
Let's do it on Friday because we get a bigger audience on Friday.
Yeah. You do.
Oh, I want to say hi to Bearded CB in the chat room. I just saw him pop in there. I hadn't seen him in through the night, but thank you for listening, sir.
Looks
Uh,
like-
re-
looks
go
like
ahead.
it showed up mere minutes ago.
Yeah, just minutes.
I
But
guess
at least he showed
fucking
up.
understand Central Standard.
Yeah,
Pacific.
well, you know. So we're going to say thanks to Bearded CB, Poco Loco, Douglas, Smile Money, Stalker Steve, Scott, the Crazy Man Maori, in the bush, in the bush, in the bush. Fucking Jolson, fucking Jolson, Peter, out in Texas, and Tactical Wingnut out in Texas also. Don't want to forget about you, my friend, my pal. Joey Cuz, the Butt Pirate. Trying to scroll back through, see if I'm missing anybody. What? What am I missing? You assholes. Mark, if Mark is still.
Tucking his Wookiee and read his
AARP
RP magazine.
Oh my God. Black Dog, I saw you earlier. I forgot to mention you. I so apologize. You came in between Joey and Douglas. I guess Joey's big cat fucking thing had me going there. So Black Dog and everybody else, and do what? What did I miss?
Black Dog came in between Joey and Douglas. Talk about a gay entrance.
Yeah, well, that was at the beginning of the show, but I didn't see it then. I don't know. What the hell were you two talking about?
Who knows?
What?
Something about, oh, Jim need to truck in it. Oh my God.
A little tactical wingnut action right there.
Yeah, I gotta tuck in my Wookiee. That's not my. Now let's look. We're gonna make a clarification on the Wookiee. The Wookiee, and it's not a Woobiee, it's a Wookiee, is not mine. It is Tilly's. And if I fuck with it, Tilly gets upset. So
If
that's
you
why
what
it's
with-
right there.
If you what with
And
it?
it's just like if
Right
what?
behind you.
If I
It
fuck
stays
with
right
it,
behind you.
if I move it, she gets it all swooshed on, and then she gets it right back in the same place.
Yeah.
And it's just like Joey's crooked fucking pictures. It drives John up a fucking wall.
Yes, it does. It drives me fucking crazy. And why is the fucking
And-
blinds open again 2 inches? I don't understand. Why do you keep doing that?
So she can see out of it.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm like, why does he have the blind slightly crooked but open 2 inches? I'm like, and the one slat on the top above it is like fucking killed him. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. And there's a sign over on this side.
Yeah,
that
no,
says-
I don't want to see this.
See? It's right there, and it's.
I know, I
outside.
see.
It says this house is protected by Smith and Wesson.
I know, and it should be in the middle. But it's
Yeah. It's like, hey, you know what? It's in the bush.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Hmm.
In the hangar with the Horn Fixers. Thanks for everybody for listening. Just don't forget, tune in, locked and loaded Friday night. Miss Bomey's show Saturday night. Friday night we'll be giving away the Snowflake Melter shotgun and calls and all the other goodies that are in there. Oh, and by the way, the last Snowflake Melter should be in New Hampshire. New Hampshire, is it?
Hampshire, yeah.
Hampshire should be there tomorrow. I finally got off my lazy ass and got it to the UPS store.
And on that note,
My apologies.
Good night, David.
are out of here.
This is the part where we can't talk, right?
This concludes our broadcast day.